In the Know, a radio program talking to the newsmakers in Ogle, Lee, DeKalb counties and beyond, keeping you in the know. Here's your host, Charles Van Horn.
It is time now to talk about Opportunity House. And with me this morning is Tom Matya, Executive Director of Opportunity House. Good morning.
Good morning, Gary.
Glad to have you on today to talk about something that I got to admit is new to me.
Okay.
And you've been around for quite a while, but tell us about Opportunity House.
Yeah, Opportunity House started in 1963 by 4 families that had children with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And today we have grown where we serve over 200 individuals. We provide multiple programs. We have 11 group homes in DeKalb, Sycamore, and Genoa that have anywhere from 3 to 8 individuals living in those homes. We also have a day services program where 105 individuals come to our facility every day, and we provide programming for them. We have a vocational program. Over 30 people in the community have jobs. We also have community support for individuals who live on their own. We will go in there and help provide services for them as well. We have nursing. We take them to their doctor appointments, and just multiple things. 2 of the programs that we have no funding for are the athletic program, which is tied in with Special Olympics. We have to raise all those funds. And then our recreation program. And these are 2 of our most popular programs because they're fun things to do. But we have over 200 different activities a year for about 185 individuals that participate in those.
Wow.
So everything from guys' night out to going to movies to going to a restaurant to the Halloween party to the Christmas party and all those sorts of things.
So there is a great need, and you're really serving a lot of people in these communities.
We really serve a lot of folks. One program I forgot to mention is our home-based program. So these are individuals that live at home yet with their families, but they still come to many of our events, and we help support those. So we have about 45 individuals that fall into that category.
Okay, so you mentioned that all your money and support comes from the community?
We receive a majority of our funding from Medicaid.
Okay.
The individuals qualify on their own, and then we reimbursed by the state of Illinois. But the funding that we receive from the community, it helps us supplement salaries because we have about 130 employees because we're open 24/7, 365.
Sure.
We provide care all the time. And, the state guidelines for what they give us, it's really not enough to be competitive in wages, we feel, for the type of work that we do. So these funds are very important to help us supplement that, to do more special things. We like to say we want to create a more meaningful day for the individuals we serve. And it could be anything from just the furniture that we have in our group homes. In our day services program, we bought 84-inch interactive TVs where we've downloaded a bunch of educational programs. And, clients can play Jeopardy during the day if they want to, or they can watch a movie, but they can do multiple types of things. It also helps support a very unique program. We have a program in conjunction with Kish College called Learning for Life, and we have developed 76 different classes. And individuals, when they achieve a plateau of completing 12 different classes, let's say approximately, they qualify for graduation. And so we have a graduation ceremony every November out of Kish College.
Give DeKalb County is this Thursday. Very important day for a lot of organizations, including yours. You need that help.
It's a tremendous thing that started 12 years ago. It's grown from, I remember the first year, I think we raised $100,000, and we were just dancing around the room. Everybody was happy.
Right.
And now we have, there's 160 different nonprofits that participate. And last year we raised $2,046,000.
Wow, that was a new record, I believe.
That was a new record.
Yeah.
The first time we ever crossed the $2 million barrier. And that was done by 2,973 donors. And the total donations that were made were about 8,500. So on average, a donor maybe will give to 3 or 4 different organizations. Mm-hmm. And so it's not only an important day for Opportunity House, but it's an important day for all nonprofits in DeKalb County.
Yeah, well, let's hope for another record.
That's right. And I can't emphasize enough, whether it is a $10 donation or a $100 donation or a $1,000 donation, we just want people to participate, and we appreciate the support that we get. And trust me, it goes to a good spot and takes care of folks that need it.
Well, not only is Thursday a big day, but you have a big event tomorrow.
We do. Tomorrow's our annual art show, and this has grown over the years. This is most of the items in the art show were done by our clients and under the supervision of our education coordinator, Brooke Montavon. And every year it's grown. We used to have it in one room in our facility, and then we moved it to the gymnasium. And this year we moved it to Bloom Gardens. And it'll be from 4 to 6 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. There will be entertainment, there'll be music, there'll be refreshments, and it's free to the public. And we just want you to come and see the great work that our folks have done.
What are the hours tomorrow?
4 to 6 tomorrow at Bloom Gardens in Sycamore.
Okay. So, big day tomorrow, bigger day on Thursday.
Yes.
Give DeKalb County.
That's right.
And hopefully people will give, and they can actually pick Opportunity House if they wish.
Yeah, you can go to the Give DeKalb County website, and there is a profile for almost every nonprofit. So you can go to the site, click on Opportunity House, and you'll learn where some of your funds will go. And it's us. We do the same thing as multiple nonprofits. I always said it's not a competition. we all want to succeed with this.
Sure.
And we're just so fortunate to live in an area that is so generous. And it's not just folks from DeKalb County. There are people from all over the country that maybe had their roots, grew up here, and they still want to give. And so I don't have those numbers, but I know it's multiple states that participate and so forth.
Well, Tom, if someone wants to know more about Opportunity House and what you do, how do they get a hold of you or someone with your organization?
They can just go to the Google machine and put in Opportunity House, and you can get to our website and learn information. We feel like we have a great story to tell. I think a lot of people just feel like we have maybe a little residential program, but we have multiple services. We are a full service type of agency, and it's really all for the benefit of the people that we serve.
Tom, my pleasure this morning. Good luck to you and Opportunity House.
Thank you, Gary. Appreciate the time.
Good morning, and joining us, we have our very favorite game show host, Baywatch star, Emmy-nominated Brooke Burns, who's going to be hosting the all-new Tic-Tac-Dough on Game Show Network. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing great. Glad to talk to you. First off, exciting show, Tic-Tac-Dough, a game that has been beloved for a generation or more, coming back, and you're hosting it this time. How much fun is it to bring new life into a franchise like Tic-Tac-Dough?
It was so much fun. Yeah, childhood game that everybody played, and then we add in a little bit of trivia, and if you can make that 3 in a row with your mark and beat the dragon, then you're taking home $10,000. And this one is just really pure fun, and I think that's why I was really drawn to wanting to host it.
You've done game shows for a couple of decades now, started out on TV and some modeling as well. Obviously, different types of scenarios there. Shooting a movie, shooting a drama or a TV series, much different than the game show grind. How many tapings do you guys do a day of Tic-Tac-Dough?
It's interesting that you say that. Yes, it's a very different skill than in acting. I actually started off as a ballerina growing up. So I think that the discipline of that and, starting out with some stage presence, learning that, moving into the acting and then the modeling and all of that, on to game shows, It's a very high energy schedule. We do 6 shows a day, to answer your question. But yeah, it takes that kind of stamina and grit. But I think that everything that I've done in my life to build that foundation has all come to culminate in being able to sustain that over the month of shooting 65 shows.
Tic-Tac-Doe got its start actually on a bit of a sad note with the passing of Wink Martindale, who was one of the original hosts in the 70s and the 80s, right before you guys went in the air, really.
I know. My heart sank when I read that news. We had our premiere on Monday night, and then Tuesday heard of his passing, and obviously the timing was, so interesting. But I was very grateful because I did have the opportunity to meet Wink about 10 years ago. He was kind enough to come down and visit me on the set of The Chase. And when he walked out onto that stage, I felt like I was on a game show with him back in the 80s. I became sort of the fan, and I remembered just as my own childhood was brought back to me, being able to meet him, and he was so kind and saying, "You're doing a great job," and just so encouraging and warm. And so I hope now that he's looking down from above and blessing this new version for us.
You've seen hundreds and hundreds of contestants in all different game shows. Is there something that somebody who wants to go to California, be on a game show, is there something you have to have that can help you get on the stage and get on those spotlights?
Yes, they're going to make you take a test to make sure that you can answer at least a certain level of trivia to make it onto the show. And then, part of it is, what's your personality like? Do you have a personality to have fun? Whether you win or you lose, is it going to be interesting to watch you or have a point of view? Sometimes it's hard, especially on like The Chase or Masterminds. You have people who are really, really good at trivia, but it's like trying to pull teeth just to get them to smile on camera or have a good time. So that's part of my job, though, is to make them feel warm and comfortable enough to just enjoy the moment and really be present and relax and have fun. Because that's what we're doing, right? We're playing a game.
And giving away other people's money, which is always easier to do, I suppose.
You know what? You have no idea how easy it is. I love giving away other people's money, much to Game Show Network's chagrin.
You've done a fair number of TV guest roles and time, of course, on Baywatch. Are any of those roles memorable to you where you're like, I still, look back and smile about the couple of days shooting I spent doing this or that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think every show, it's kind of like children. You love them all for different reasons. Obviously, Baywatch has a special place in my heart. That was the first time, I was, born in Dallas. I thought I was going to be a ballet instructor and have 6 kids and never leave Texas. So when I got hired to play this role on Baywatch and get paid to go to the beach, I have so many memories of my knees turning purple in the California waters, to enjoying moving to Hawaii, being out in open ocean, swimming, and someone yelling jellyfish, which meant there was a shark in the water. We all had to get out and get back on the boat. I mean, these are like formative memories, beyond just the filming aspect of it or being on a television show and a part of a cast like that. I really enjoyed my role on Pepper Dennis, which I did with Rebecca Romaine, and got to do some comedy. And I always say, like, being in the acting or the entertainment world, it's fun because you actually get to try on a bunch of different occupations. My first role was as a dolphin trainer at SeaWorld, so I got to toe dip into that world and get to do the research on that. So it's a lot of fun.
Brooke Burns, host of Tic-Tac-Doe, Game Show Network, weeknights on the Game Show Network. Brooke, thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening to this week's In the Know. The program returns next week at this time with another great conversation with someone from your community.